Amen.
Asumdwen ka ho.
Amen.
Asumdwen ka ho.
Amen.
Na saka senka Awurade Yankopon a wasumtuma kase abobay mo da obada na omai na waye yansumma.
Great thanks be to the Most High God for sending such a great power into this nation to turn the nation into God worshiping nation.
Ana emmo barkasa awa omai nti o ponete se aruba.
For his greatest mercy here for the nation that has fulfilled his oldest promise.
Awurade Yankopon sen na nanu ko sifi. Eja adin na adotonfo ma amdam da wasamate. Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen. Hallelujah. God is righteous and his ways are unchangeable. God, the creator of all things, shall be done as the word says. Amen. Hallelujah.
Ya kala amana badayin ayi amasomi a intrasini. Omi ayi amasomi omi a impa wo mina bonko. Wasuna noko a wojidoko wonchachako.
His Holiness Yamisumafo said when he says the nation is changing to become God worshiping nation, this is what it means. And that a nation which is God worshiping nation is a nation that all its inhabitants come together. They worship one God. Their principle of worshiping God is one. Their way of life is one. And this is a nation we call God worshiping nation.
That Israel, no in Saudi Arabia, no way I'm so mine. Na Awurade Yankopon yɛ nhyehyɛ yi ɔman ebaasa si hɔ. Da ɔde ɔman ebaasa ba yɛ no ma. Mama Arena and Sunday School for.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse number 24. As in general, Israel opened his way on the Assyria when he put it in Lhasa. Now I am sure was asking for the son of the Israel. The Israel is way, now the son of the Assyria, no later about Israel. Amen.
Damo ɔman ebaasa Israel, Misri, no in Assyria. Na nature trebri oka Muslim oni Saudi Arabia. Api Assyria oni akanopo adambe owo oman awopa no Ghana. Nti Yankopon na man yawo asase na dem oye Israel. Saudi Arabia no oye Ghana. Osa ya hihye do odo sun be gna mo me ba san. Ne wi asopo yinara mbebera etere Dashi asamoda iya himre mokwam kira bo amaye abasan ne mosum ansan nso so Moses odosum na homa man modebe Israel so ko sei Muhammad emi chana to kan odosum na homa man modebe Arabia dabe mbere afi na edu Ghana poso wodo afi na akopọ besom edu Ghana mai mu nso so yimpe bi ata asugeta hoto wo mai mu na epire ewe nya hima mko odachi asimodan asura asimbere gide film na be Yankopon no film ansana.
His Holiness Yami Sumafo explained to us and mentioned that the Most High God have appointed 3 nations for himself, and that it is his plan that is putting religion into the 3 nations. The religion which is placing in the 3 nations are the religion through whom humanity must enter before they attain salvation on the day of judgment. But he mentioned that in our current era, the nations that are God worshiping nations are 2, and that is Israel and Saudi Arabia, of which he gave a scripture which was read to us as reference in Isaiah chapter 19, verse number 24, of which mentioned the 3 nations that the Most High God have appointed, and they are Israel, Misraim, and Assyria, per the scripture. His Holiness Yamisumafo explained and mentioned that for Israel, we all know Israel. But Assyria and Misraim is what we lack the understanding. Mention that Misraim, as mentioned, is a land called Saudi Arabia. And then Assyria, as mentioned at the time of prophecy, are the Akans, of whom today they have migrated and have resettled in a nation called Ghana. So he's explaining the 3 nations today. They are going to be Israel, Mecca, and Ghana. Explain the fact that the Most High God have promised that He's going to send religion into the 3 nations. He sent Moses. He gave him a religion and a book which He took to the people of Israel. The same way He has sent Prophet Muhammad, may the blessed and peace of Allah be upon him, was also given a religion and a book which He took to the people of Arabia. It is now the turn of the people of Assyria. His Holiness Yamisumafo explained and mentioned that at this time that God's true religion have reached the nation Ghana, it is a must for every humanity, everyone who is living in the nation, and those who hear of Him to convert and then repent and come into the true religion of God. It is only this religion that if you are looking for peace, you are looking for comfort, you are looking for success, you are looking for good health at all times, and also want to gain salvation on the day of judgment. It is only this religion.
Keka yenu anum Israel ko ho. Odenya boko keka yenu anum Arabia ko ho. Na sa na mapo na msa asinye. Da membre apina no asam papa baya nda enumini. Da ba asam no ba. Nti no obi o fi asem o tiri papa. Na odi e mo bo a. Odo fi akopọ na hyehyẹ mu. Oyin pada se bia na bofo a odo me biase. Oyotuma opi radne mu no opoi oya abode. Na ote osusumu nsamru esien mu. Odo wa mo yotuma epi osusumu bodo asase ro epo nsum asase ase. Tu bia yodo otumi dia na yim. Ono na ilaja po a wonya na me so do wonya wa ho de pia. Na motumi na raga yo oyin para se bia awon popo odun be wiase e mo pon so odun be wiase ye on sa wodo kapun ngira won ko basa aso den ka hu
Amen.
na oman e ba se Israel Muslim e no yi e da membre gane e da mo se da ho mo ho ndo so yin be da bot ma kwa memu If you want to be sending more soon, more answer. As we come,
Amen.
MC, more utterly, a better Chimkakra. The Mutumi also, now what I don't say, 999 feet. That's a man's load, madam. Now, I know, Sabarians here, I was not about some. I would maybe be
His Holiness Yamisumafo will continue with the teaching and explain to us that all the time he keeps saying that when the nation Ghana tend to become God-worshipping nation, it is this that the nation will have eat good clothing and put them on. And that when we tend to become God-worshipping nation, the nation Ghana will be added to their brethren who are Israel and then Saudi Arabia. But he said all the time when he said this, the clear understanding of it, the clear message of it did not reach him yet, but he keep giving to us. He mentioned that the message of we added the nation Ghana, adding to Arabia and then Israel have come. And that's about 5 days ago that the message came. And that as he's explaining to us, we should pay attention and listen to it very carefully. And that when you get this message correctly and you get it clear, it is this that will help you in life. He explained and mentioned that everyone that is born onto the earth has an angel that is taking care of you, or a guardian angel that has brought your soul onto the earth. And he explained that these angels that have brought your soul onto the earth who are taking care of you, and an entity which is a power that is greater is charged to take care of this spirit or these souls that are on earth until when their time on earth elapses and then they die. He explained that this entity, which is the power that has been charged to take care of these souls that are on earth, is placed in the 6th highest heavens. And then he explained that this power is so strong that it's with the level of the Elijahs. He said that power, the entity, the power of it is in the level of the Elijahs who are dwelling on the number 7. They are apart with him when it comes to strength. His Holiness Yamisumafo explained that this power is charged that as the angels have brought their soul onto the earth, this power must take care of the souls until when their time on earth elapses and then they are dying. But yet, he explained that as a woman has conceived in about 3 months, this power has a duty to come and perform. And that duty will come when the fetus is attaining 3 months. He will tell us that.
As we drink home.
Amen.
Maybe some saying there, what's the now? Now, you probably, I think people will ask me, now I'm fast about me, Uncle Pan, or I am Cossiazi, and I'm open over here. And to the middle point to know to ask. That's what I'm going to Uncle Pan. Why am I? I want to pay Papa. That's your always pay. Okay, that'll be asking. After I mean, now all the boss about sound. There were super city war. Also, Sumo, Samu, Sinu, baby, the multimillion one. As the mission, look at it, associate pre order here and Penny Bassa. I am just to pre order here and Penny Bassa. The motion, not the more other bar. Now, other better, one more now, other by a bar. What I wouldn't know. And see, offer or to change the moon, or 70% of the green panel, or 30% of the green panel. The man seems in the panel. When one was in a dreidel, the ear paina, and the motion of the wow. Now, so I end the year. Happy Obasa. Look about some another of the Susmaba. Swings also, there will see or Nasi, on all war, one time again, another. Answer like a sister, a period of impediment. On the imperial room. Zada Samina, one of us was in Cuba. The bottle of the Yassam, rock up a soon. On your budget. If you are the Susan, what will you have? And our problem, or you can be glad and Quanado, and say, one at a time. Now, what a minute, business a memory, I said, if you ask it. Papa and Quan, the book home, the Badan, no, Barnabaka, Matis, or a can home. Not that, ended I was back. Namadan. Now, I in the book. Api Obasha so the Oroboni when Yaba. Now, also, Srekosia, Yezi, watch a member, and then assassin the blood, so I wouldn't know where Okusiano could send the blood. Api Obasha so the Oroboni when Yaba. The Wuzika boy in when Yaba. A can't imprint Yama, what I say in the one for paying and leaving those I'm a good objection.
His Holiness Nyame Sumafoyo. Continue with the teaching and he mentioned that at times when you look at human being, human as we are and the way we look, that the Most High God have created us in a special way, and that you come onto the earth and you refuse to worship Him, then left with Him alone, you should have been killed and thrown away somewhere. But the God who is very merciful and His mercies would not do that, and that is how He has made it. That if you, with the uniqueness of you that He has created, even if you do not worship Him, because He had mercy on humanity, He would not kill you. He explained that the entity that is powerful, as He has mentioned, He said, as the fetus is formed in 3 months, this entity which is more powerful, that is charged to take care of every soul that is on earth, will fetch some water which is in the highest heavens. He explained that this water, the size of it is 3 times the size of the sea around us on earth here. Then the salt nature of it, or the salty content of it, is 3 times the one that is around the earth here that we see. And that this entity fetch some of this water, come into the woman and then place it in the womb around the fetus. He said when it comes, the water that he brings, he divided into 2. 70 of it is poured inside the fetus or the forming baby. Then 30% of it is poured around it or the surrounding of it. And he said it is this water that helps every living creature or every man to live on earth and have the energy, the strength to do its work on earth. He said that this water is within the system. The 70 of it is within the system as a child grows, or as a human grows, is within the system until when it grows to being an adult. He explained and mentioned that this, as he has mentioned, this power is taking care of you by this water that it came to pour in you. Then again, now the angel that will bring the spirit to come and dwell in the body, or the soul to come and dwell in the body, will now go and bring the soul. He said the soul is lying in another water which is in the heavens, and that is below the heavens. He said right after that water, then we come to the level of the sun. He said this angel will go for the soul, bring the soul into the fetus, and then after which he will now go and bring the breath. They said the breath which is the life is in the air, and that he will now go for it and bring it into the fetus. And he said that will be around the 4th month of the formation. And that when they bring the breath or the life into the fetus, that is the blood. They said right after then the woman or the mother will now begin to experience the movement of the baby in the stomach. He explained that this is how the human formation takes place, and that the entity which is lying in the seat highest heaven takes care of this body or this child or this human that is being formed until when you die.
Amen. Saba American or your 2 woman, no matter the catch or a woman for Praba. Go be not by and there or Barbara or Crab, there be. Tomorrow, man, I don't know where you 7%, what the is for. I don't know where you 5%, what am I ready for. Until Saint Mobatson, Barbara and Tumanka, well and Tumanka. Yes, the kind, after the question on the bar, about the Macron on the coin. Nada abasin na bakacham nada ora baso bakacham John 16:12 Yesu kana masam each other the question is on the bar exactly what matter dimpo anya na kwar na baso kwa wo do when you say Yesu Bible kan odanche kwa ikura kan odanche kwa ncheche na oche na kwa no api na nkoporo nyamsa papa Yepesi ebohu otumpu yakopɔ na beba mɔde tofom ohu ɔno mɔte yakopɔ no sɛ ɔwo nyepa ehu mɔte a na ɔbɔto asase do awo bra gana pɔ ɔdɔ wonyi nyame na asɛm dada ma asɔpɔ bɔkan wɔka kyɛ wɔn koten na wɔle nam hɔ nso ɔha wɔn koten na ɔda hɔ do kɔ ɔsɛ wɔ mmere bɛɛ ne no mɔmɔ ɔba wote One more the kind, no the kind, on a Bible or bay. Motor on your Quran or bay. And all the snacks can do the war, maybe and one more bar. And no, the chief is therefore now with the put way now when you know the chief and what's on the other. No, I'm caught about a woman of the bar, Sanda about some of the bar.
Other complaints or apologies, what he pleases. With him is a matter.
The one woman, rather than a mother, who put him on I na kwar e kwara bi nse kwa opidimu opira bi na nkase mu no ba na de na he ngo no ra so da ka sinu onu no only 7% me Moses only 5% onu ko so yi na ka ina go asumje nka ho amen enti dabo mo ko pani tum kasapa na klase ni ona mna do no mpa ba ase enti na asem woda so owo nyepo okese wu mpe iwu okese we ati ufuna woda obo do oye gbe da sayi wo bo pa obo do ya so fa na de asu ya me ari ntum nkada awa asu ya me mbo hu din abo aso je nka ho amen ono do kran yo mo se ba do kran ntum cheche dawo tumokasi ado de ka bo na nyimpa no ye me nabar me kan ye me na ma wayi Mbo yimpa ye mena mo de ka bona yimpa no suma wa bo mbe bo wa bona kuma mo ka wo wo ye mia wa bo masa obo do wie mo do de o de kai o de 40 days no da na yimpa da ba enti mo do de oni yimpa ti no de si adoko ko na o ti ko sia do o de si
His Holiness Nyami Sumafo continue with the teaching, and they explain to us that He is going to give us the details about how human formation takes place. And that with this, you will not get it in any way. So as he's giving us this teaching, one may ask, that all that is describing, is it found in the Bible? Is it found in the Quran? He said, no, you will not find them in any of these scriptures. But rather, he mentioned that the bigger of the book or God's knowledge that came onto the earth came out of the Most High God called Rabbi. And that book is called the Mother Book. He explained that out of this Mother Book, 7% of the knowledge in it was taken and was given to the people of Israel, which they have written down as God's knowledge, and we keep reading. Then 5% of it has also been taken and was given to the people of Arabia, of which they have written it down as God's knowledge that we call the Quran, and we keep reading. His Holiness Yamismafa explained that the remaining of the knowledge is lying there, and out of it is what is given to us. And so there are some messages that we will hear, there are some words we hear them today, of which we've never heard them before. He explained and mentioned that, as they have mentioned that Yeshua, whom we call Jesus the Christ, his conception, or the time that Mary has received the pregnancy, it came as a result of the Holy Spirit activity. He said, yes, that has happened. But the detail of how that pregnancy came about, that was not narrated in the scriptures. It is today that he will give us this narration. He mentioned that, as he has mentioned to us, entity which is time of creation, he has said it earlier on that it came in the form of egg. It's divided things that are in the stomach of the living thing or the human being. They said that inside the stomach is where the creation begins. They create the things in the stomach. He mentioned that the things in the stomach, we know them. They will start with the creation of the intestines, then they create the lungs, they create the heart, and then the rest. He explained that after creating all these things, moreover, he mentioned that they use 40 days to turn the fetus or the forming baby in the stomach, in the womb, until when it matured. So he said in 40 days, they keep turning it. So after creating the inside of the stomach, then they will now create the head. And he said a small portion that is looking like the egg is put on top of the egg, which is the head. And that forms the head. His Holiness Yamismafa said all this is talking about how the Most High God has created, the power that has come to create human being, its activities in creating human being. He said that as human as we are, if we come onto the earth and we come to worship the true God in his true religion, it is there that when you die on the day of judgment, and you are asked, what is the name of your angel that brought you onto the earth, you will be able to mention. But if you do not worship God in his true religion, on the day of judgment, when you are asked before the judgment throne that what is the name of your angel that brought you onto the earth, you will not be able to mention. He explained the message that with this knowledge, some of it is found in the Quran, but not all. It is he that is explaining all these things to us, that it is this that Yeshua who called Jesus Christ, or the Israelites said in the scriptures, that when the true spirit comes, it is he that is coming to lead us or guide us into all truth. So this means that when the true spirit comes, he is coming to reveal some of the things that we have no knowledge about, even those that we know that are not the truth of God's knowledge. He will come and correct them all. This is what was referred in John, that when the true spirit comes, it is he that will come to guide us into all truths.
Amen. Satu mana bewiya. Nsenti wa Bible mo anya na kwar abadezi. Nsenti wa Quran mo anya na kwar abadezi. Scientists wa san nsenti anya na kwar abadezi. Ape doctors. Sayedo awoga tu mama obi a want to sun garam sa oyin sempo oyin yesu. Deda hia mambi obaha ya ma boy mra woda. Na doctor pa ka ta na ta mra ire apahu. Obata no so ba do na nsu aso. Doctor was na ta apahu. Na so kota ma mpa ho bi. Eda ya osuma ya bosuma ako. Na mse bosuma ako aka 9 days nsana. Nti wa gbe kiro. Asode nka hu. Ejina no wo say npo wi aslo. Tuma na ba, onde bia na ho botam. Enti ado tere go. Obo yin pere sayu de nkumi. Wa bore na ye nfa. Afi wo bo yin pere ko sa nfa. Wa bore na de nkum. Na ba asemi na wo apam. Oda ba obi baya wa hu wa ka sa ma nkwa dan yipa no na bi o sa so ro chim na sa ko bi ka ke da ha na ke na apaso ke da ha ke na ha ke pa sa sa da me wo so bo yipa abi abo na mu ya ya bi nti e bo so ro na asam na wor kakra sa bo so ro bi bia ya sa sensi bi nti wa opera mba bosu na wotwe wo be yi bosu ma ko na memre papa owo do wo bosu akun dedu wo bosu ma akun da tebe ni na asefe ni e chinchina bosu ma ko oro owo bi dadi ona ya no ya ni mo fi ona doctor for all the mass on be yas and the time was o wa opera na aso wa wona o wa para to wanda madra wada to na ahwozi a woro mun ojana matete do de wa pa na kontum ya fe o wa aboa oda na wa ba wa so na roko o ahwozi a woro pam da ma na wo ambo mun onya 120 nta aboa na wo na no o gwa ahwozi 120 da do ka bo sora ko asubin kan
Holiness Yamismafi will continue with the teaching, and he explained that as he's mentioning to us, if the book of power is properly written and revealed to humanity, many of the findings or the experiment of the doctors or scientists that have been proven to be a knowledge and we are learning, all will be things that we will see them to be chaff. He explained that the knowledge that the scientists are giving, the knowledge that the doctors are giving, after the Tuminguma or the book of power is revealed, we will get to understand and know many of these things are not properly written or are not knowledge that will help humanity. It said, yes, as it's mentioning to us, the formation of the human body in the womb is that as the entity that is more powerful that they talked about in terms of creation, as is done with the creation of the head, then it's now come to creation of the limbs. And he said the limbs, these entities start with the left arm, and then he creates the right foot or the right leg. So he said it is just across like that, from the left hand to the right foot or the right leg. Then now he will create the right hand, and then he will create the left hand, the left leg. He said the whole creation goes in that way. That this happened during the time of his time of stay at Apam. That a woman who was brought to her and was very swollen, the entire body has looked very big, and that at the time the woman began to slim down. The slimming down started in this way, that as the right arm is slimming, the left foot or the left leg is also slimming. The same thing happened to the left hand going in line with the right leg. His Holiness during that time, he did not understand it properly, not knowing it was the way human being has been created. That is the reason the slimming takes that direction. So he explained that after creating the right and then the left like that, he explained that the creation is many. If you would like to continue, we will not end today, so we will continue it at another time. But he said all these things that are to be created in the human system or the information of the human being will take place up to 7 months. And that after the 7th month, it's left with just adding some small things for the fetus to be fully grown and then it can be delivered. His Holiness will explain that some of the doctors came out with findings that is tormenting lives of man, and that as the Tuminguma is coming, human being will not erase all these ideas and will have a free mind, especially the women when they conceive, they will have free mind with their conception, and then they know that definitely they will give birth in peace or in comfort. He explained that the woman came here some few days ago and that the woman was crying. Her problem is that the doctors are saying that her pregnancy is overdue, and this is the reason she's crying. His Holiness Yamisuma said, upon looking at this, he told her that no, your pregnancy is not overdue. How long is the pregnancy? She mentioned that the gestation period of 9 months has elapsed. He said, no, that is not true. The Most High God did not create it this way. You are left about 9 months before you deliver. He said this to the woman. His Holiness Yamisuma said, this is what goes on during the creation. He said, as the fetus is fully matured from 7 months, if for some reason 8 months, the child or the baby can be delivered and that baby can live. And he said, from that time, 9 months, then the baby is fully matured. He said, from 9 months going, the woman can deliver from 9 months to 9 months, 10 days, or 9 months, 2 weeks, and that there is no problem with it. He explained that this is the way of the Most High God, and that when they tell you that it is exactly 9 months that you have to deliver, he said the Most High God had no knowledge about it. He said, as you have delivered the baby, fresh baby delivered, is lying and cannot do anything. He said this is because the strength that is with the baby is standing on the number 30. But he said that the strength that lies in human body is ranging up to 120, and that lies in both human and then the less sensible animals. So His Holiness Yamisuma explained, he said that when we look at it as less sensible animals give birth to their baby or their young ones, within some few minutes then the young ones will get up and start walking around. But it will not happen to human beings this way. He said this is because as the woman has given birth to the baby, 30 of the strength is what was given to the baby, but the animals receive all 120 strength at the time of birth. That is the reason in no time they could get up and begin to walk, but human being has to take some time before they get up to walk. Amen.
It's a while about problem. That one, I was not one of your number 30. Also, on your Bosuma is young. On your Bosuma about Sam, Boko 60. Bosoma akro Bosoma basa Bosoma sia Boko 90 Bosoma akro no ya 120 dabuda na afano botuma asara nanti aso echi empi Bosoma ebiro kwa botuma akasa na botuma akasa tegra main aso sa inch eche mana na 1 inch eche mana na already mokoro owote jamma na se nsa wotuma akasa nse mo na na wano wote yamma famudo nse wotuma ya shi asunje ka hu
Amen.
ya ko pa ase kankama
Genesis chapter 12, verse 16. Osi ọba bẹ bẹbẹ na ọba nkún amantumu adọọso ase. Ọfẹ na ẹbọ wọ ma.
Oye, amepẹ waaye. Nti awo ya de kwa awo nto ya de kwa the sense na akam ya duro. Nti amore brem. Bra Israel o Egypt. Na Egypt hiram owre Israel no wa yankwa pa mbama wo ho ya fi. Atuma hwe ya de mankwa ko de bi wa ba hye no. Ena ya brother se Egypt Israel bia abarba wa ama Egypt maame no on ma obo gina wo so owa ba na mrama mo fa de no wo do so do da ko fa no ko no ma ka chem dem so wo do Israel no obia wo no ya bramba mo kun na ba nko boda wo na wo se hwe na Israel ko ma wo se hi o asa asa de do wa wo da nimbe wa wo mo bere hu be se de yakuma yi asa mama Israel ko man awo ja na mapoti do awebia awo ja na mapoti do na homo tontomo so ho o ja na matete ndi ja wo na de kra aso de ka ho obia mo do obia ga mo papa yi tese na ho pi wo ho na mama fam na do one verse 11 ta so ya ko pa kra cha de mbofo aso de ka ho amen e bi to de pa bra kwa wo ho oida mtempa bro hapa
Sunday one verse 11. Na obasha ko fe bro wo de wo pa so ko wa pide
sasa da mutu me shawani akupa da manu asa wo wa ko ni on tell the captain and the Bassa. Now, would the motivation order buyer? The motivation order buyer. What my said? Bowen Tam. I could buy as a share. Or you could say, and one woman of human every arm and men, and one will be 100. Beer 110. Beer 120. One of my name. Of the jar at Mazine of Plan, Naya Bayabansi, everybody that paid 90. On the 70 on the 80, on our broken what about? Now come on, not a bottle, also the captain, Miller Bader, under the person. Oh my Ghana, what about the same when I marry my Papa? Number of Mobra. What was the Mata? Now, come out in the room. Come out in the room. What's what's that? I won't go down. There was so many.
So, Linus and Miss Moffa continue with the teaching. He explained to us that, as he has mentioned, on the day of the childbirth, the baby that is giving birth to is with a strength of 30. Then, 3 months later, the strength will now increase to 60. 6 months later, the strength will increase to 90. Then, by 9 months, His Holiness Yamisuma said, the strength will now reach 120. And so, at that time, the child should be able to get up and start walking. He explained and mentioned that from that time up to the 10th month, the child should be able to speak. And he said, for a child to be able to speak, what happened is he said, the tongue, between the tongue, below the tongue, he said the space that is below the tongue, when you take 1 inch and you divide it into 4, one section of it, which is the 1/4 of the size of the 1 inch, should be the distance that will lie below the tongue. But if the child is not having that distance, then it means that the tongue is lying flat in the mouth, so it will be difficult for that child to produce sound or to speak. His Holiness Yamisuma said, this is the formation of the child. He explained that for childbirth, women are supposed not to go through stress at all when they are giving birth. And that it is said that Eve should have given birth with ease. But he explained to us, mentioned that this happened, and that at the time that the people of Israel were living in Egypt, it happened in the land of Egypt, that the Egyptians realized that the Israelites were giving birth, and their birth is very easy for them. They are giving birth comfortably. And so the king at that time instructed the Egyptians birth attendants that any Israelite who is coming to give birth, or any woman who is going to give birth and she is an Israelite, should be taken to the Egyptians' birth attendants so that they give birth with them. And then the instruction get to them that anytime they give birth to male children, they should kill them. For some time, the king realized that the Israelites are having young child or young male children walking around. So he called the birth attendants and then questioned them that, were you not the one I told to kill any male child that an Israelite will come to give birth to? Then the Egyptians birth attendants told the king that it is not our fault. The Israelites are very strong and their birth giving is not like ours. By the time they are labor before they bring them to us, they are already giving birth, and the birth happened in the presence of many. And so we could not do what you have asked us to do. His Holiness Yamisuma said, yes, that is the arrangement of the Most High God. That the Israelites and then the Arabians, the Most High God said that He has given them the pain in labor only up to 40 of it. Then the members who will be in Asumge to Tusum, their birth, the pain in labor is only up to 30. And so those in Asumge to Tusum would be giving birth and they will experience lesser pain when they come to labor. His Holiness Yamisuma said, it will not be long, we shall all experience this one. He explained and mentioned that this is how the Most High God have made the arrangement, of which the last scripture to read was in Psalm, and then he mentioned that the Most High God said that He has charged angels to take care of every soul that is brought onto the earth until when you die. So he said the entity that is talking about that is greater and this strength is very magnificent. As he's taking care of human beings, what are you to struggle? What are you to suffer on earth? He said, if an entity like that, a power like that is taking care of you, why do you suffer on earth? Are you the one to live life and say things are not moving on well for you? Why this early death that is happening to us? Moreover, in the previous submission, he mentioned that the life that is with human being, the lifespan of it is ranging from 100 years to 110 years to 120 years. But for 90, 70, and 80, and another 70 that we are getting, it is a white that have brought that knowledge to us. It is not the arrangement, it is not the principle of the Most High God. The Most High God have charged angels to take care of every living soul on earth. And he said, if this angel is taking care of you, why do you suffer, why do you struggle? This is the reason he mentioned that the nation Ghana, there is no human being in the nation that its angels is taking care of him, or his or her angel is taking care of them. He said, for that reason, we are all walking around like chickens whose mother or the hen is not taking care of them. While the hawk is flying around, it can just cast its eye down and then fly down to pick any of the chicken. And that is what is happening to the people in the nation. The devil can capture any of us at any time because our angels are not taking care of us.
Amen. Exodus 25. If the devil queen, the Mutumi, Anna Anna Basa Yaraba, Anna what the boy Sana Yakuba Wire and the saying about this. Why you being near a couple on your buffalo on your two. I'm not the infinite brother, what brother on our mobile. On the nursing, but I'm sorry. And see, said I'm to me, how to the last on not as all the that. There have been a hood. A hobby, you walk. Monsieur said, there you walk. That's what my can have said, I go pass. Say, my man or die, I am assuming, yeah. Oh, cry 30%. I want you to walk home. The Muslim assembled over to a man of prayer. Now, over push out. Better I have a heavy about him. I want to see a body better. I have a ball. Better what was that? What's also what I want to. Also, after the one corner, that I am named better than any ball. It don't want any ball. Better I never better. No, also, no, a whole bit about either. Well, yes, you will. I would rather be. Also, I'm as I'm going to 2014, I'm a shot. Maybe saying you say, Yakuban, when you're gonna have. You don't be, it can be by a crack on a child of one. And the more on top of the one. You're about everywhere you better work gonna have. In America, where you are safe. I remember on my Ghana, for paying the day. On the day you walk. Father, present our minimum. As a celebrity, and then import, so I said this is for the and then pay for about some other baby. I'm going to put a mark of Mambra, one pop of Puna. Now, about all this other year going to answer them the master avenue. Oh, I buy it, come out within our driver. A job. Let a man open one or another. Or where you can work out one was awesome. As we then come. And so, what for a shoulder? No, oh, you can bring up with the what for a shoulder? And that be the photo. Now, obey that American on 20th October, the Russian will be now. More basically now, there were one and what shall do.
His Holiness, Yamisma for you. Continue with the teaching and mention that. Today he is giving us the entity that is guiding and taking care of the human being, and that this entity is more powerful. Moreover, there are two of them that are charged to take care of you, as he has mentioned. They say one is an angel. That one is not an entity, it's not a power, as he has mentioned. But today he is giving us teachings about the power that is taking charge of the human beings on earth. Tomorrow or another time, he will give us the teachings about the angel and what they do when it comes to the taking care of the human being. He explained and mentioned to us and said that in the nation Ghana, as is mentioned, there is no one in the nation that eats power is taking, or the entity is taking care of them. This is because he mentioned that if the entity or the power is talking about that God has charged them to take care of the human being, if they are taking care of you, why do you struggle on earth? Why do you then go through difficulties? Why do you go through the calamities that are going through in your life? You explain that if this power that are charged to take care of the human beings are really doing their work, then every human being will live a comfortable life until when the number of years that you are given to spend on earth is reached or have elapsed before you leave the earth. But because they are not doing their work, that is the reason we are struggling. So he explained the mention that, as he's saying, this nation, if we tend to become God-worshipping nation, we'll realize that the nation will take it good produce and put them on. He said this is because we realize that death rate will go down drastically up to somewhere 30. The same way diseases and ailments will leave the system of men. Then again, we shall see that there is success in our way all the time. Then also, we shall see ourselves, His Holiness Nyamismo said that we shall see ourselves being taken away from calamities that are befalling the nation. The difficulties in the nation will also go down. His Holiness Nyamismo explained this. He mentioned that as he has begun this religion in the year 2014, he said, up to now, if God's knowledge is with the people in the nation, he would have had over 500,000 population in the religion. And even that is a smaller of the population they should have been having. If really we have God's knowledge and we have it in the nation. But yet, because we lack this knowledge, that is the reason we keep struggling. It's only the same as what we have said, the religion call as we go to do soon as has come in 20th of October this month. We'll be having a program here, of which by the time we end that program, the strength, the health, the good health that they talk about will come to all of us. And then this entity that is to take charge of every human being will begin their work on every individual in their religion. And we shall all see what will happen. His Holiness Nyamismo said this program will take place 20th of October.
Ibo do ma jo man gana e fe bon semu semanya da wo bo shawo na bo bo shawo da o ko tanjo da asa o ye ni pa ba je ya kupan o ya proti na ehun e ka ho se ehun ya kupan ya kura won ko be bia nka ho ko so so bia ho aka ho wo jedi mu bi o be na mo ko npa o ma asma o ko ino ka Damuna me na ya yi tumo. Obi hu nsan. O hu nsin o ma asma no nsin no ka kira no. Damuna me na ya yi tumo. Na bi be do asma na tum de Yakobwa na osman. Na nan sa baka da ya adwuma. Na bi mo o de yi ne e de wo ba sha osmo no mu. O go bi bo osmo no mu. Mbo go wo osmo no mu. Na o de osmo na another about when it's called painting, they are going to Abaya. Not opera or day, but some of us are about who were to on San as we come. The Rabbi is also what that is some minutes with it. When there is about someone I wasn't let you that out of look up on him. Nobody about I never got us and I'm no one cost us no movie. Musuh sama kosas na huhui, awak tu kosas na huhui, ramai sih yang keparatan itu yang
His Holiness Nyamismo for your previous submission explained to us that yes, as he's giving the teaching, he mentioned that in this era he is not seeing any elderly person in the nation. He said he has said that in one of the funeral programs that he has gone to organize. And he was telling the people that there is no elderly person in the nation, there is no chief in the nation, there is no a good-headed person that is living among the people. Because in the olden days, when calamities are befalling communities, are befalling towns, the chiefs within the town will call the chief priest in the town and then complain to the chief priest that these are the calamities befalling the nation. Is that even the chief priest, who is just an ordinary chief priest, will come and then perform some incantations and some things, and then these calamities will go away. Is that even that is just an ordinary chief priest? But at this time, all the death rate that is increasing, we are looking at who is that leader, who is that good-headed person living among the community who will say that this is a calamity that is befalling the nation. His Holiness Yamismo explained said that until that we will not have our peace, we will not have our comfort. He explained and mentioned to us that at this time, as he keeps saying, the angels that will be taking, the entity that will be taking care of the human beings in the nation, when they do that, he said it is this that will help all humans that are living to have good lives, to have success in whatever they do, and then they will see themselves that they are living good life, and at the end of it all they get salvation. They explain and mention that the Most High God have said this, that what he is going to use to take care of the people in the nation is that he will now charge all the heavenly entity who are to take care of the individuals in the nation to do their work, and by that means the human beings whom their entity, their heavenly entity will be taking care of them. They will see to it that when they are living life, success is their way, whatever they do, the simple things, good health will be their portion. They will not die young as we die. But without that, then we will see ourselves dying as young as we are. He said that will happen, that the death rate will increase, calamities that is in the nation will increase, difficulties will increase, and that we shall not have any comfort at all. He said this is what the Most High God has said to us, that if we do not turn our ways to come to worship the true God, these calamities, these difficulties, this death rate will always increase. He explained and mentioned that how then do we take ourselves off from this? That the one who will take himself out of this and have the peaceful and the angels or the heavenly entity to take charge of them are those that will have three ways in life. He said these are the three ways that you can attain this. That one, you have to believe that God is one. And then also know that God is one. So believing that God is one and knowing that God is one is a way to help you. And he said the one who knows that God is one, it is that fellow who will not go to any spiritualist for spiritual assistance. You don't go to any person at all that you are going in for spiritual assistance. He said the people of Ghana, they have some way that they live their life, that even when they hit their leg against a stone, they understand it in different way, and they know the words to recite when their leg hits stones while they are walking. And when they sneeze, they know the understanding of it, and they have words that they recite while they sneeze. His Holiness and Wisdom said, unless we restrain from all these ones, we take them out of our lives, and then we believe in one God and know that God is one, it is this that will help us. Also, we have to believe that His Holiness Yamisimo is a true messenger of God on earth. When we believe in him in this way, then we are on the path. Then the third way is that we have to convert and come into the true religion of God called Asungate. Is that when we do this, then we shall have the peace and comfort that we are looking for. Is that if we said we will not repent from this, and we want to be in our Christendom, we want to be in our Islamic religion where we are going in for spiritual assistance, spiritual enchantment to live life, then we will not receive peace, we will not receive comfort. Calamities will always be with us until when we die. Amen.
Let them know about it, and then you have to what to Maso Papa? Is that the man who is a brother? As we come, amen. If you go young, you can better about Jamaica. I'm not going to the moon. But when we are a power daisy, the man water. As for a daisy, or brother days long. So the Tamarian prayer, and quite a matter. Also, the Tamarian prayer, or one at Papa. The man won't get them, or from now on, many way to walk. The man was 2 months in Abedo, the man was supposed to in Abedo, was the man of my own man. I think I got to will see our buyer, before the kind of us. Yamina Papa, what are you? Or you got to see what buyer? And I'm Brother Pedro, what's your Papa? Yes, it's about the more home. Yes, you send them. To my butter, but I tell you, Yamina Papa, Waba, a poor and I'm Brahmana Pedro. As we come home, now I say, I said I welcome. Sarah, bravo, and yes, I know no, baby. Abraham, no, Sarah, when I was making, you know, I was that one. Papa na kacha Zakaria, when Elizabeth then say, "Oh, what about John? Or Elizabeth, no, not like to be there to cry." And Zakaria could get him and much. I say, "You number style. Your best guy, you. Maybe not like them, Barbara. No, but I was about what the cat, another a 2 year agency. But you will move. Say, I'm a supper. It's not my way to stand soon. What I want to do, Must have a supper radio. And I can't you say, John. I can't you say, Isaac. Now, if I want to listen, so for them, I have them. Martin, I say, what about the last? That's not to the man when I was saying. Tell me about Baba. I want to go to the assassin. Or your two, 102. Exactly, no one will be Saturday. Or your two. And say, Bottom, Abba, or the tuna bottle, I was in the moon. 9. Let them to me with me. Now, other blood, said a Mawa in prayer, liberated to what? Liberated to one time, I look at the
His Holiness Yamis Mafia explain again and mention to us that if we think the nation Ghana, we people living in it will have our peace, will have our comfort, will see death rate taken out of the nation, will see to it that people are having a successful life, calamities is not with the people, and that people are living good lives and comfortable life in the nation, of which we do not believe that His Holiness Yamis Mafia is a true messenger of God. He said that will not happen. Then it is not the true God that have sent him. He said punishment will be upon the people in the nation until when we get to understand that yes, he is a true messenger and we come to accept him as a true messenger with us. He explained that these are the words of the Most High God. That those that will believe in him as a true messenger of God, even if they are living eternally, they will still be there with their age until when they come to meet with him before they will depart the earth. But those that will not believe in him as a true messenger of God, he said, even if they are living closer to him, they are staying right under his feet, they would be cut off the earth. His Holiness Yamis Mafia said, the Most High God has said is that as he has done to the people during the time of Moses, the same way he has done to the people during the time of Prophet Muhammad, may the blessed peace of Allah be upon him. It is this same doing that is doing to the people of Ghana in his time, and the people of the world at this time, during his time, or his era on earth. He said that this is how come the heavenly messengers who came onto the earth are conceived and are given birth or are brought onto the earth. He said that bringing the holy messengers from the heavens onto the earth, or the heavenly public who came onto the earth as messengers of God, the day coming onto the earth is not the activity of a man and a woman mating that brings them. He said that is not so. That it is the man's wish to give birth that happens, or that brings the messengers of God onto the earth. He said that is also. So looking at it, was it not Sarah that gave birth to Isaac? He said at the time Sarah had the baby of which she gave birth to Isaac, Sarah's childbearing age has passed, and that at that time Sarah is not of the age to give birth. Same thing happened to Abraham. But Abraham is not of age that he can get a woman pregnant. But yet the Most High God allowed that to happen. He said with Zechariah too, as the angel came and said to him that the wife will give birth to a child of which they have to name him John, and that Zechariah then have doubt about it, and he was punished for it. His Holiness Yamis Mafia explained and mentioned that at the time that Elizabeth is to conceive the pregnancy of John, Elizabeth, has gone past the pregnancy age, and that there is no way she could give birth. The same thing happened to Zechariah. Zechariah is very old that he cannot even get a woman pregnant. So when the message came to him that the wife would get the pregnancy and give birth, he doubted that and said certain words of which he said, the angels then said to him that he would remain dumb until when the wife delivered. He explained that we are not hearing proper messages of the Most High God. That is the reason we continue to be with Christendom, we continue to be with the Islamic religion, where we always go for spiritual enchantment, living our life. It said the heavenly messengers, when they come onto the earth, it is not the activities of men that brought them onto the earth. So the same thing happened during the time of Yeshua, who we call Jesus the Christ. He said that with his, it is a big difference. It is a big difference. That is the reason Christians do boast upon it, that with the birth of Yeshua, who we call Jesus the Christ, he came out of a virgin woman. He said that is very different. Amen.
Send me a man of our way, I watch on one side or door over. On one, not asking Yaba, say, no question there, let take a listen. And the cruising for you are abandoned. And the one of the kind, I'm a great that I can't tell and last month. As I sang, I'm going to go to a simple Catapult. Cassim, I'm not a social moon, let me get a cabasso, as I said, not so some lesson. The Macasama can have a Macachara Samba. Jose Mohammed, commission after the time. Now, them, the Gabba Bakara saying, Nanan Shah, Sinu, or Mensa, Abbalasa, Obisma, or Sam Kara, did not look up. As for the time, if you want to ask the better commission. Yes, Boba, I'll give the Yassi, honorable marriage. There, one hour to them, but 1 hour to 2 over I am in some Boku, my marriage, or married for the same. And so the matter now, why no one's thought of my intern. What would I owe you? No, but you know how many? Oh, you know, but you know how many? It's about a weapon. No more down connection to the eye. Now, another door was there, what they do, no down. Two Mamma Yasa, Ayakai, were better when I hop on Nasa, Papa.
His Holiness, Yamisma, continue with teaching and explain that yes, the heavenly messengers, when they come onto the earth, it is heavenly powers that brings them onto the earth. And that is done, they were put into the womb of women, so that the women will then give birth to them as human beings on earth. The reason is that for ordinary human beings to be able to get closer to them or approach them and have conversation with them. And that if they come with their heavenly entity, human beings could not get closer. So that is why they are put in the womb of a woman, so that they come out as human beings, so that ordinary human beings can get closer to them. He explained and mentioned that the birth of all the heavenly messengers on earth, as he has mentioned, he said, it is heavenly power that brings them onto the earth. And these heavenly powers that brings them onto the earth, he explained that when they come, they just blow it in the form of air into the woman who is to conceive them, and then they have them in their womb, and then at the end, they give birth to them on earth. He said that during the time, he said, this book of power, when it comes, it is coming to explain many of the things that we do not understand. And that it is a book of power that is explaining to us that the angels that have delivered message to the messengers on earth, who are called Gabriel, there are two of them, a bigger one and a smaller one. The bigger one is taking charge of the highest heavens, and then the smaller one is taking care of the heavens, and then the seventh heavens below. And that, even at the time of Prophet Muhammad, may the blessed peace be upon him, he said the smaller Gabriel is the one that comes to deliver messages to him. And when the smaller Gabriel came to him and delivered messages to him, and that he questioned the angel of things he do not understand in the message, the angel then asked him to wait, and that he has to go back and then inquire again before he comes to give him the answer. But he said this is the reason the knowledge that we have are not complete and are not perfect. He said this is because as the messengers came onto the earth, they never write their stories, they never pen down their histories while they are on earth. Rather, what happened is that while they leave the earth before history is began to be taken, and that is the reason as the person is on earth, if they ask him the things, he would have explained it to them. But he will leave the earth before they begin to write issues about him. In that manner, there are things that are not properly written because humans have used their own conjectures to write them. He explained the message that as the angel could not even explain things to Prophet Muhammad with the blessed peace will be upon him, and that he has to go back to the heavens to ask before he come to give to them. The same way the messenger, when he leaves the earth, human cannot write all the things that he has come to do on earth. He explained the message that the messengers of God who come onto the earth, they came in the form of power. It is this same power that brings them onto the earth. The power that brings them to the earth is the angel in terms of human being, as he said. They bring them onto the earth, put them in the woman's womb, let them be given birth to as human beings so that ordinary human beings can get closer to death.
Amen. Over a bit of 900. Gabriel Castle, over a beard and the moon. The more I will be there, on what my house, and the assassin. Gabriel with Lampana, or you put myself. He said, well, I'm not. He said, oh no, no, Cassata, I'm not sure. Ain't she? I am not about a cancer, but I am not me. Saya itu asal semua, sebenarnya semua. Asal dua jenis bahasa tu, nak orang kaya wajib. Lepas tu asal orang pun, nak orang kaya wajib. Mana dapat nasi. Sampai noh, tu mana adraba. Nah, buat mana ada sama orang tu orang. Jadi zaman ini imperialnya buat. Obiang cara, nampak apa tu biasa macam tu. Awak yang nak siapa pun. Wasan wa da su waro ote pa kan wa ba sa sin do o so ye mo de yin pa na ba sa ti na ba sa su da awon oje awon wo je o ye awon oje ye ndi do na eshan ete na je po na la ja po na wa wo ko tira ma ho tin na reba wo yin mo esia to wo na ko na do ba mo wa wo sana sa iya wo ma ameru tun wo mo ye e mo ko man se sa aba sa do ya nti de na fe wo be se na ire we be kana asuje ka ho iya ya nsa wo e mo ho achida yesu bra wo fi Nazareth Egypt wo ba Nazareth onye ni ka wo kwan mu onye de wo kwan mu na o ye 12 years asuje ka ho onye ne be wo kwan mu na bra sto o tu me fa nti okwa ya na so po bere ba na ka chira ho ona bramba na tado da bi wo ye tum ni sa ba po pan tu no kasem no azna be we no da na amu tu wa ye pem wa wo no wa be ye pem me ye po wa ho akasa azo mo ko po ya nko wo ye won da go o bo mo ye papa ni o ye ma mi ni o ye ya ye papa na fi mo kan ni ya ko para ma ko ha sa bo chira ho asumjen kan ya tuma abana na wa de la bia o botuma pa nchen zibe za ko nchen na da mun ci obia so damu afaba ba obia so so tuma o ja do mo ye jo so na wa ba sa se do ensi ye wotuma o je mo so do ye wotuma o je yesu do o so na babo adaba na pe tuma so o be nya do ya duma ene bra mo so anya ko pan ka sai no o ka tele mo kwa man ka den tele ko o ka tele mara o nya ko pan ko ni yeso to meja o ya ko pan ko ni ko sa imba ha mara ni so na ko dam o ka ala o ya ko pan ko ni aso je kam amen nti tempi wo ho na ya bra sa nti e de hu besi ha na monya abatacho on 20th October obere mama de mbra na amapir da na aso na bofo odo be aso bayre wo hware do senya de mu biza asa wa ga de bo hu ya abatacho sada aso be ya na tu mu wa so fa na mra ni Exodus ya tebe kelka be na mu ya tesa mo o ye do bo na mra be wa ga ha da dense e be ya na mo so ebe ya mele kisa fo asumele nko ko ga ha ya mele wasumele no oya ya papa ya mele opo so da sa se yo ni de onye mo ke kra nsa mma yiyar muru papa pa ye owu papa kaka
Exodus 23 verse 25. As the Lord should ever know your
Sabo ni akụkọ na sum no mu sa wara wo sum wala bi a bezi bo of me hye no abe a de da ko yem oso ọbọ nsam na ga ya man ese se wona wa to kwa di na bi musi ni wala da hu akụkọ mbe ye hye ansa na no ate pokwa ka ya duma bi papa ewem pokwa ko no musi bi na de eyeyere bi oso mbe yi na hye mu but for you not over there, since you don't want to mount fire about no more, you ever saw her, or you assassin the other as a baby. About this, I said, not a little bit of a wow. I feel one and a but I'm more Sunday. Now, I was in prayer, no, or what all of our Mawayano, Adam Master.
His Holiness Yamisma for continue with teaching, and he said that as he's talking about the angel Gabriel, somebody will say that is the angel not the Holy Spirit? He said, yes, he is the Spirit, but the smaller Gabriel, as he has talked about, he said he is taking charge of the things that are in the lower heavens here. But the bigger Gabriel is taking charge of the messages that lies in the highest heavens. It's up to the 7th highest heaven. So he explained to us and mentioned that when we come into our physical world, something that somebody who is standing on the ground level will see from a distance, it will not be as equal as the one who is on the story building and watching at a distance. So he said when they compare these two, who will see a thing from afar? He explained, he said that the angels that are coming, or the angel Gabriel that is lying in the highest heaven, the 7th highest heaven, he gets all the messages right from the heavens up to the earth, to beneath the earth, and can give out. But the smaller Gabriel, if he's standing even right in front of the sea or the shore, he could not see the thing that is beneath the waters to tell. And so this is how it happened. His Holiness explained this to us and mentioned that all the heavenly bodies that are brought onto the earth as messengers of God, they have an angel that brings them onto the earth. Then there is a power that takes charge of them whilst they are on earth. And this power, when it comes onto them and is taking charge of them, it said the messengers, when they come onto the earth, the power that they have with them, they possess in the heavens, is in the category of which when they put them in layers, there are 7 in categories, or 7 in layers. But once coming onto the earth, it's been reduced and we're given only one to bring onto the earth. This one that they come onto the earth is that this is because when they give them all the powers and they come with it onto the earth, the woman who is to conceive them will not be able to give birth to them. That is the reason the power 6 of them has to be taken out and will be kept in the heavens. While they come on earth and then their angels come to take care of them and then they were given birth to. From the one that they were given birth to 12 years, then some of the power is added unto them again. Then they cannot begin the work on earth. And they said that the Most High God have made it this way, that He sent them as messengers of God to come among the men, live with them as man. And He said the message they give to them is that go to them, live with them, play with them, let them see you as having parents. Talk to them so that you do all the things that they are doing as human beings, and at the end begin to reveal me as God to them. He said this is the message that the Most High God has given to the messengers when they come onto the earth. And so they come as human beings, they live with us so that they will be able to deliver the messages from the Most High God to us as human. He said if they are to come with their heavenly entity, human beings cannot get closer to them nor speak to them because of the power they possess. So that is the reason they said Yeshua before Jesus the Christ, while he was 12 years on his way, he was able to raise one dead who is the king from his death and brought him back to life. He said that is because at 12, some of the powers that he possesses, all of the powers that he possesses in the heavens have been added to him, and that is why he began his heavenly duty on earth. His Holiness Yamisma explained and said that he is urging all of us to make it a point that by 20th of October this year, we should all come here to make sure that we receive our heavenly entities that are taking care of us, our heavenly bodies that are taking care of us, the power that are taking care of every human being or every individual. We should come and receive that and see to it that this power has begun to take care of us. And said, when that happens, we shall see it with our own eyes. It is not him that will come to tell us anything. The last scripture to read to us in Deuteronomy, of which he explained that the Most High God said that when you come to worship him, these are the things he will do to you. He will say to you that the venom that you take into your system will be taken out of your food and your water. He said, this is what the devil did to us. Once we take the food that we are about to eat, because we don't have eyes to see, then the devil will now put poisons or venoms into it. You as human don't have eyes to see them, so you eat them and it begins to generate diseases and ailments in your system. He said the Most High God said that he will take away these venoms in your food before you eat them. The same way he said that he will see to it that he will take diseases out of your system. He said with human, when you come onto the earth, evil power that has to torture your life with diseases, that will not happen because your heavenly power, your heavenly entity is taking care of you, so they cannot cause any harm to you. But the earthly diseases, the earthly ailment that is to trouble your life, this is what he said. The Most High God said that he will take it out of your system if you come to worship him. Again, no woman will get pregnant or will get conceived and then have stillbirth or have miscarriage. He explained the message that this is when you come to worship God in his true religion. Again, there is no one that will worship God in his true religion and will be barren. He said that will never happen. There will be no barrenness in people who will come to worship God in his true religion. And he ended by saying that your age that is assigned to you to live on earth before you die will reach before you leave the earth. So his holiness, some of you have said that if we do not come to worship God in his true religion, then we should await death, we should await diseases, we should look forward to have troubles and calamities in our life. Because if we will not worship God in his true religion, these are the things that await us. He said we will end here because time is fast spent and come to the next session. He explained that we as human beings should make it a point to come on the 20th of October and come to receive the entity that is the power that is to take charge of every individual. We are urging you as His Holiness Yami Sumafuya have directed us to say, this is not from us, but it is He who has said it. As a true messenger of God, He said that the Most High God has created every man on earth to come and live comfortable life, get all the wealth on this earth before you leave. And when you depart, it is this that will help you to also attain salvation on the day of judgment. But how would you attain this? He said, if you are fortunate to meet any of the heavenly messenger on earth, then it is for you to help that heavenly messenger to achieve his work on earth. And when you help him achieve the work on earth, it is this that the blessings that the Most High God has assigned for every individual, you will also get yours. He explained to us that that is the reason Yeshua, who called Jesus the Christ, when he came, he had people who leave all that they are doing to help him accomplish the task that the Most High God has sent to him. All messengers through Moses, to all those that we have heard about, Prophet Muhammad and the blessed peace of Allah be upon him, have human beings that have devoted their time to help them accomplish their tasks on earth. So at this time too that he has come as a true messenger of God on earth, if you have also helped him to achieve the task that has been given to him on earth, don't count yourself to lose anything, don't count yourself to lack anything, and that the Most High God who have sent him will reward you. His Holiness Yami Sumafuya said, when we look at this time, what the key thing that is helping us to do more on earth is financial strength. For that reason, we have opened account of which you can donate or contribute to help champion the work that he has come onto the earth to do. And as I'm talking to you, there are so many testimonies that are coming from people who have sent monies onto these lives, and they have had whatever the Most High God has promised to give to them. So if you are here today and you don't have the number, then I'm going to mention it for you. If you have it, then I'm reminding you that keep practicing faith by giving to the right channel, and you will see the reward that comes your way. And the number is this. It is 0598 776248. 0598 776248. 6248. If you are sending from outside the country, then you have to add the country code, and yours will be +233. You take away the 0, and so you have it to be +233 598 776248. +233 598 776248. And when you send money onto this number, the name that will appear is Asumje Ntontonsum. Asumje Ntontonsum Yao Esel. If you see this name, then you should know that yes, your money is going to the right source you want it to go. And when the money goes, do not look forward for somebody to call you and say thank you for sending. Because when that happened, then you have received the reward. His Holiness Shemus Moswa said, it is the Most High God who said he will reward us. So the reason to which you have sent the money, the reason to which you have donated, the reason to which you have contributed, keep waiting and see to it that you receive it, so that you also come and give testimony to us as many have come to give to us. And so this is the number that you can send your donations onto. Again, me can't tell you, I can tell you, say, Okoko ni nyame suma fo yawo. Ono anyame asuma na ewe mu oda no so aseme bi akira adasama. A woda ni adasama ye mbobia ni nyama ese ye na sase so ema ye. Se na bia ye bebi ye wa sase ni so ye wusu a enyahima mu akono. Ono no si ye se onyame a wasuma na ne bi ni rabi nesi. Nipa biara a obuama osumani bi a obetu no no ni dwumadi eye peye no. Nyame a wasuma sa asumani na ba asase ni so no. Ono ana ohye na nemu. Saanti ina Yesu abeso nipa ne bi etwo mo si ho eboa no. Komishani Muhammad nyamishira naso bi kan na abeso nkofotwo mo si ho. Moses na abeso nkofotwo mo si ho. Komishafo anasa asumafo mo ba ye ni nyina no nkofotwo mo si ho boa wo. Osi enemre se nipa yetu ya hosi wo ne ye boa no so a nyame a wasoma no se onhwe ye sa obehye ya na mu ma nyema ye hwehwe na asase so ye nsaka ewu so a ye nyahima mu akọ ne ye hwe enemre ya de ye betumi di aboa ne se ana de boa ye ma yetumi ye nyema awa asase ne so ne se ye sika eno ne boa ye ma yetumi ye nyema bebre. Efisa asempa nyame somafo a odi chi ni nyina no odi ko TV so odi ko radio so se odi ko profufro so a ka ena de ne ko we nyina sika sem to bibiara oboa no wasika afam a otumi ye de nyame di asoma no nyame a wasoma no se obehye wa na mu enti ne ye bie momo lines ye to wo se bibiara aka wa koma se unso ugidi ahwe na hye de nyame a wahye bo so obeye no obeye ama wo na wo sika atusa na ma ne so na ma na mebo ama wo se uwa na me ka wo se kosoa so ugidi hwe se uni na ma no so a na churo na ko se ne sika to so na hye de nyame a wasoma nyame so mafo ya no osi obeye ama wo na ma no emi 0598 776248 0598 776248. So who send this case from Manania? I Ghana. Let's say we can put in count to the end +233 598 776248 +233 598 776248. Okoko ni nyame sumafo ya osi nyame asuma no se omedi ye na okire kwaya ya befa so ye bi ye wasase ne so na yasanya ahima mu akọ o se ne sika to so a dia ebeba ne ye asumdwe edonsum ya esel asumdwe edonsum ya esel o se ni ya na hwe ni se obi mfra no kan kire se ne dase ananya me hira memo timupo a wonya ya odi se ne sika no tenase na twen butaya wonya ya odi se ne sika no tenase manya twen hwenyame na nim se nyame a wasoma okonko ni nyame somafo ya do kan ye obeye ewo wabrabo ampanso obeye amawo se wo hwehwe nyame somafo ya na kire kwan a owo ekofi utom owo central region owo ekofi utom owo central region ofi Greater Accra na eba ofi Kumasi na eba ofi Cape Coast na eba utre mu wo Mankesima kachire driver for say ubesi wo eso hye ana esakire sanso na ofi Accra na eba na Greater Accra na eba utra pam dia hye kase ubesi wo eso hye ana esakire mi amaboy junctions enti usia kachire taxi drivers e wo se uko rapi omudu beba nyame sumafo ya ho As I said, His Holiness Nyame Sumafo, He is the true messenger of God and He has come to redeem and liberate us from all the troubles that the devil is putting on us at this era. And so if you are looking for Him, He is located at the Kofi Wotom, the central region of Ghana. If you are coming from the Cape Coast area or Kumasi area, right after Mankesi, tell the driver or the driver's mate that you are like at Esoshe or Esachiri. The same way, if you are coming from the Greater Accra area, tell the driver or the driver's mate that you, after Apam Junction, tell them you are like at Esoshe or Esachiri. These are junctions. When they alight you, tell the taxi driver that you are going to Rabbi and they'll bring you to His Holiness Nyame Sumafo. His Holiness Nyame Sumafo is teaching that the gift was baffle the minds of man. And if you listen to it once, you know that the content of the message is given to us. For that reason, social media handles have been open sharing videos of him. So when you get to Facebook, the handle name is Nyame Sumafo Yao on Facebook. Nyame Sumafo Yao on Facebook. Then we have Asumje Tutunsom on Facebook. We have Tutunsom TV on Facebook, Nyame Sumafo Yao on Facebook, and we have Ukabo TV on Facebook. When you get to YouTube, we have a GDR TV on YouTube and Asumje Tutunsom TV on YouTube. Asumje Tutunsom TV on YouTube and a GDR TV on YouTube. When you get to these social media handles, they share videos of Nyame Sumafo anytime he's giving teachings anywhere in the nation. So when you get there, subscribe to the channels so that you will get the messages as and when it comes and you listen to it and get better understanding of God's true messages that are coming to us in this end of days. On every Thursday in the week too, he speaks live on Royal TV in the morning at 9:30 a.m. Royal TV, that is RTVGH, in the morning at 9:30 a.m. on Thursdays in the week. His Holiness Nyame Sumafo will speak live there, so you can tune on to and listen to him as well. If you would like to speak to him in person, then these are his personal contact that you can call him upon. You can call His Holiness Nyame Sumafo on 0277 126308. 0277 126308 or call him on 0543 466 275 0543 466 275. Yes, His Holiness Nyame Sumafo said it is He that the Most High God has sent to us in this end of days to bring us the true religion of the Most High God that is added to the former two to become three of His religion on earth that He has promised He will put in His 3 nations. So it is this that has come as the third one called Asumje Tutunsom. Not only the religion He has brought to us, He has brought unto us the third holy temple of the Most High God. And that when you go around that holy temple, there are 7 key things you receive out of it. And as you listen to the teachings, you get to know all this. As I'm speaking to you, tomorrow, which is Monday, His Holiness Nyame Sumafo is embarking on the nation's tour, and he will be at Enyinam in the eastern region. Enyinam in the eastern region. So if you have a family, you have a friend, you have a relative there, tell them that His Holiness Nyame Sumafo is passing his crew to Enyinam so that they can come and meet him. Not only the message of the Most High God is giving, but rather healing the sick and then liberating those whom the devil has put them in captivity, liberating them from all their captivity. Nyame Sumafo Ochina Owo Enyinam our eastern region. Enyinam our eastern region. Enti na yɛsɛ mo sɛ yɛkaa ne wowɔ ebusuani wɔ hɔ, wowɔ adamfo wɔ hɔ, wowɔ nyɔnko bi wɔ hɔ. Ka kyerɛ no sɛ ɔkɔnkɔnne Nyame Sumafo anaporɔbɔ no ɛbɛsua mu wɔ Enyinam our eastern region. Enti nyɛ sɛ ɔde nsɛmpa no kɛkɛ na ɛbrɛ adasa, na mmom ɔbɛsɛ yareɛ na yɛnyɛ abɔnsam akyikyiri yɛn hyɛ efiase no ɔbɛbubu saa kɔnsɔnkɔnsɔn no na ɔyɛ yɛ afiri efiase na wama yɛ ɛdidasoɔ ɛwɔ Nyame mu. Yɛda wo biara ase, yɛda wo biara ase. Enyinam.
Amen. Na yasa. Amen. Amen. Asusunfin. Amen. Amen. Asusunfin. Amen. Amen. Oyun. Amen. Wasasendo. Amen. Onsun. Amen. Owapun. Amen. Amen. Oma wakutsiano. Amen. Amen. Wakutsiano. Amen. Amen. Baby awo dera. Amen. Amen. Wamra. Amen. Amen. Wamra. Amen. Wamra. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Wenemo. 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 Amen. Ojo. Amen. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Susunsi. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. Kirumu. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. Agno. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Wenemo. 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 Amen. Ojo. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Okutsiano. Amen. Amra. Amen. Amra. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Amen. Ojoji. Amen. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Ojo. Amen. 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 Obiangino. Amen. Obiangino. Amen. Obiangino. Amen. Obiangino. Amen. Obiangino. Amen. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. 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 Wenemo. Amen. Amen. Okutsiano. Amen. Amen. Wamra. Wamra. Amen. Wamra. Amen. Wamra. Amen. Wamra. Amen. Amen. Susunsi. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Susunsi. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Ojo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Angino. 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 Amen. Ojo. Amen. Amen. Susunsi. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. Wenemo. Amen. Kirumuti. Amen. 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 Ojo. Amen. Wenemo. 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 Yusa. Ora.
Unimi dada. Unimi.
Begal, anak begal. Begal anak begal. Begal anak begal.
Ojai kwani tira dia mejai.
Aya dia.
Ojai kwani tira mejai.
Berapa ya? Berapa? Berapa?
Muni.
Menyebab. Ojo. Yusa. Why are they? Mama, are they? I was now, go ahead, the wire. There's
Missy, what you want it to be?
Ojaba.
That's what you are looking at you there.
Oja looking at you there. Huh? Oja, I'm looking at you there. Huh? Obere ohunu na kwa afam. Yes. Beja na nkege. Pacho. Mama na show you after. After. Okay. What's nasi? Okay. That's it. Okay. Eba afro ya na moko. Yo.